Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Again, we're playing some more Stormworks here, Build and Rescue. We're sort of at a crunch now in the game where I need research points in order for us to continue to unlock the game. So what I did was I set up the train, and I put the old this guy, the tractor. I figured out what was wrong with it, why it kept flipping over, and then I just built like a little rest area. It's not done. You know, a couple of rooms or something. It's not quite done yet. This would be like a shower or whatever. Yeah. So I'm just gonna release it, and then I turn the brake on this one here. So what I ended up doing was I put the throttle control on this, and it's so smooth. It is so smooth compared to how it was. It was really hard to drive. The only thing I regret is I didn't put W and S on the throttle. For this one, I didn't convert it over. Yeah, so it's still kind of, there's no real brake on it, but that's the only regret. That's the only regret. And it'll be quiet because it's got the headset, right? Alright, so then we unlock the bin. We need to unlock the arm. We can pull the arm back a little bit. And then we'll put this down and then just close the door. It's really easy to use. This is for the camera. I'll probably end up changing that around. Okay, and then we need to reverse. There, reverse is on. You can see there we're reversing. It's so smooth. This thing is so smooth now with the throttle control, the RPS control. It's amazing. We'll do that and just crank up the throttle there. Whoa. It's so fast. Right, so I'm over here at FJW, and I'm just going to grab some containers, and we're going to try and go from FJW to, I don't know, that was probably way too much. Too much throttle. That is too much throttle. So maximum, what do we have, 14? Can we do 15? Let's see if we can do 15. No, so maximum throttle is going to be 14 in the tractor. All right. At 20 RPS, something's going on here. Why is it going so slow? Why is it going so slow? Maybe I need to crank the RPS up to like 30, because I think it was running at a pretty high. Oh, that might be too much throttle. Too much throttle. That's the problem. What if we stick to 13 here? Alright, we're speeding up a little bit. The RPS is speeding up a little bit. I have a bigger one, but it won't go with the train. There we go. Now we're going now. Now we got some speed. Yeah, 30 should be alright. This is just a single, I think it's 2 3x3s, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's what it needs, at least 30 RPS for the heat to keep up. Not the heat, the generators, the alternators. All right. Well, that's all right. So just like a heavy duty machine, this one, it'll handle the containers. So press the bin button again. We'll leave the boom unlocked, and that way I can pick up the containers. But now we have to go and see what's available, right? So I can fit 6 total on this trip, and I want to stick between Sawyer North, Sawyer South, and this here. Maybe back to yeah, FJW works. JSI is a one-way trip because we can't pick up containers there. That's the main one that broke. And I don't have uranium yet, so we can't do Uran. But as soon as we're able to unlock that, that's going to bring more options. I don't want to go out the Komodo Donk Island way because there's no way to turn the train around, and then I'll have to reverse. And you reverse a lot slower than you do go forwards. So, because the train spawns as a dual pack, there's no way to turn it around, but you can turn it around on the main island, so. We'll see what's available here. Oh boy, cruising, so we'll have to slow down. Let's come in here. Let's see. Is it Sawyer South, right? All right, let me see. What do we got here? No, that's too far. Sawyer North, we could grab that. BVG, that's a bit too far. We won't do BVG yet. That's going to be... Well, these two here are going to Sawyer South. Okay, we'll pick those two up. Is there another one going north? Sawyer North, that one there. Okay, so we've got 4 containers. 5 containers going to Sawyer North. Oh, perfect. So I can grab 6. Oh, that's good, actually. That's good. Okay, so we'll do Sawyer South first. That's going to be these 2 containers and then this pink one over here. Is that right? Sawyer South, yes. Perfect. And then 3 going to Sawyer North. So that's 6. That'll give us 6 research points. I mean, it's going to be a slow grind. But that is the way it is. If we were doing rescue missions, it would be a slow grind as well. Alright, so this is where I wish I had W and S set up. It gets kind of tricky here trying to lift these things up because then you got to come down. I wonder if no. I wonder if I can just. I'll have to reverse a little bit here. It's tricky. You gotta get right on top of it in order for it to connect. So this is. I knew I was gonna have problems with this. Oh, there we go. I got it. Perfect. Just like that. And then what we do is we can lock the boom. No. You have to be really careful. Once the boom is locked, you don't want to press up or down, or else it'll. It's gonna want to drive away a little bit there. All right, so now we can back up and see. Now we can kind of go. You can take speeds, and it's not gonna. I guess still be a little bit cautious. Probably go a bit slower here. Hit a bump. I guess that's what I'm going to figure out now. Oh yeah, we don't want to. If I do that, and then that, there we go. Well, you know, I can. Just a second here. I'm going to turn that off. We're going to lock that. Can it not? Oh. I turned the monitors off, didn't I? Go up. There we go. Should be able to drive like that. Yes, there we go. Then I can turn the brakes off. There we go. I guess suppose it should go a little bit higher, then I'd be able to see. It kind of cuts the vision off, right? Cool. So this part's a little bit of a pain, but at least there's a vehicle that lets us do this. You know, we're going to need to have to load the train somehow. So I thought, what was the best way? And I remembered I had this on a rail car. All it needed was the RPS controller for the engine. I tried it out. And then this upper connector was back by 1 square. So when the container was connected, it kept glitching and it wanted to spin in circles. It took me a few minutes to figure that out. And then as soon as I got that, it just... this thing's perfect now. Cruise is nice. It's not super fast, but I mean, it's meant to be, you know, a port vehicle, right? I think it was with one of the ships as well. So like, because I thought, okay, well, I have the truck. I have all the trucks that can lift up the containers, but this vehicle here is the one that we need to handle the containers. I have a larger version of this, which has a trailer, and it can handle 8 containers at a time. But I thought, you know what, we'll use the train. And now I'm kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't use the train. It's gonna be a bit slow. Well, I think once it gets rolling, it's always the hiccup is always loading it the first time is always the first hiccup. And then after that, and you start rolling, things start getting going here. Oh. Yeah. Streamers gotta get paid somehow, right? Commercials. So yeah. I think I can skip this one. Oh, I can't skip that one either. Let's rate boaters. Please keep our whales safe. All right, back to the music. Nice. Yeah, this thing could use a few more lights. It's obviously behind on the times. But it drives really good, and it can handle the containers. It's really nice. So what we're going to do is 6. Yeah, I'll take 3. 3 to Sawyer South, which is a South Fishing Village. And then we'll take 3 to Sawyer North, which is the North Fishing Village. And then hopefully between those two, there will be 3 or 4 containers that we can pick up in between. That can, you know, we'll be able to establish kind of a route. Oh, right. So the only thing about the truck, I can't cross the rail bridge with it. So if we want to do like intercontinental stuff, unfortunately, it has to go by rail. All right, and then I can say down. And what we need to do is that. Let's see here. There we go. Then I can release the bin, reverse, and just like that. We are rocking and rolling. Ready to go get another one. I think this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Right, we've got the train, then we have the tractor here, you know, it's kind of like our loading vehicle. This is why I'm saddened that all the other ports lost those crates, because I did have a plan for containers. As you can see, I did have a plan. All right, so anyways, let's get through this. 2 more to go. So we want to turn bin on and then make sure that's going down. All right, so let's do that. Cool. Yeah, this is the fun part about Stormworks, right? Is getting to use all the little vehicles and stuff. And then we're by this refinery. So it's pumping oil and it's refining while we're busy here working away. This thing is so silent. It's so silent now. Because I've got the headphones on, right? The headphones make it quiet. And then with the RPS controller, it doesn't really... Okay, so the next one we're going to be picking up is the... Hold on there, let's see if I can get it. That Uno one, that red one down there. And then we'll come back and we'll pick up that pink one way on the other side. And then the 3 in the middle there looks like the lock one, the spam one, and the green one. No, the oil one go to north. Okay. Cool. And I'll probably have to unload them and deliver them as well. I'll have to deliver them out to the port, so I'll try and get as close as I can with the train. You know, see how long it takes. That's always the thing about the first one, is the first one's kind of like, you know, you're using up fuel and you're kind of wasting timers and you're just sort of playing around, figuring it out. But then once you get in the rhythm, it should be not too bad. It'll make them money and we'll earn research points. So I suppose that's the best part here. Is how much is the thing. I want to try and keep up to the... But Sawyer North and South are close. They're a lot closer than this. So I'll just slow down a little bit here. Yeah, this Lando container. And then we are gonna release the boom. Have to go down basically. All right. Here, maybe I will back up on this one. Oh, come on, grab it. It just needs to grab it. No, I think that's just a bit too far. Here, we'll slow this. We'll slow this right down so I don't crash into it. Oh my goodness! I really didn't think it was going to be this hard. Let's see here. I will reverse it. There we go. Now right over top of it. There we go. There we go. Then we can just lock it. And then we can tell it to go up. Like that. Cool. E-brake reverse. That's it. That'll do that one. Oops. Let's try not to go too fast here. Try and be a little steady in my movements. So it's narrow, right? It's narrow so it fits on the railway car. So it just, obviously it needs a little bit more weight. Yeah, it needs a lot more weight on it, but it'll handle, this thing will handle really well. Let's get it out of reverse here. I'm impressed. This was the first thing I built like this. Nice. Crank that up. Oh, I'm doing wheelies with this thing now. Don't want that. Nice. Yeah, it was okay with the ship. But again, like I said, I didn't have the throttle dialed in. Otherwise, this would have been really efficient. But I like the helicopter a bit better. For me, it's more play. It's a different type of play. But this will be good with the train. I really like this with the train. The helicopter would probably be good also. It's just a little wide. This I can take all the way to the Arctic. I don't know if I could take a helicopter on the back of a rail car all the way. The one that I would need for these containers anyhow. Lando. Yeah, that's all right. We'll see the train here in no time. Then we have one more to grab. Yeah, I'm really hoping they fix it up, and I'm really hoping that they solve whatever the issue is with the containers. So I can skip this. Cool. Yeah, I can skip you. Right, because you can see the distance that I have to cover now with this. And like I say, I do have a bigger one. I suppose it depends on what avenue I want to go with. I do have a vehicle that could load up, come out to the train, load it up, and then it can go from continent to continent. I suppose I could do that. We'll do that. We'll do that eventually. This is just the first one, so. Alright, I'll slow down on this one a lot so we don't make sure the track is clear. Yeah, I gotta check the RPS in the train. I think the train's running a little hot right now. So we gotta come in basically right beside. There we go. Just like that. Turn those on. And then we just say down. Bin. And reverse. Just like that. There we go. All right, I do want to check on the. I did want to see if I turn these down or not. I put horns on them. They don't have bells though, so I will figure. Yeah, I have throttled them down to 8. I will figure that out. Close the door so a bear doesn't crawl in there. All right, so let's go get the next one. 12. Okay, so I'll make 12 the max throttle on this. Let me write that down here. I'm sure I'll remember it somewhere. So this tractor and that other sort of living quarters, they spawn together. And then the 3 flat cars, they spawn together. And then the 2 trains, obviously, they spawn together. And then you're probably thinking, well, why 2 engines instead of 1? Well, the maximum speed I could get with a single engine was like 60, which was pretty good. I probably could have pushed it a little bit more than that. With 2 engines, I can go a lot faster. I have more torque, all that kind of stuff. So I just thought, I'll just use the 2 engines instead of separating them. I was going to make this longer as well. I was going to go with 12, but then I thought that was just too much. I thought maybe I could be overwhelmed. I do have a support vehicle for that. But once I do this a few times, then I'm able to figure out, like, can I even keep up to the spawn? Sometimes it's just not possible. So I don't want to overdo it. I think I mentioned that already. I just don't want to overdo it just yet. All right, so we've got one more to grab, which is the pink one over there. Wow, look at that. It's been all day trying to load this thing. I hope there's the timer left. They'll just expire. On the train, that'd be so sad. It's either this or I have to do rescue missions. And if I have to do rescue missions, then I'm just going to do the most efficient thing I can and grind the C4 over and over again. Yeah, so I thought I could spawn in the train. We'll work on that. We'll do this first and then we'll work on that. But there is, I guess, a plan to scale this up a little bit with the fuel that we have and everything else. So, all right, I think it's this Uno, this one here. We'll see. When I get down there, we'll see. All right, turn this down. Let's see if it's this one here. Sawyer South, yeah. Oh yeah, we've got 2 hours to deliver it. So I mean, that's a pretty decent window of opportunity here. 2 hours is pretty decent. All right, I think we've got to turn bin on. I don't have a light for that. I probably should. And then we'll unlock that. Should pretty well. Should just grab here. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Take the boom lock off. Alright, and then we can say it up. Perfect. And I can just drive right through here. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it needs more lights. More of that stuff. More safety stuff on it. I'll put all that stuff on it coming up here. Whoa. That was crazy. Nice. I forgot all about this thing, and then I was just going to set up a container, the flat cars, and I thought, oh yeah, that's right. I have the little tractor for containers, because I thought, what vehicle could I add to the train that can go and fetch containers or deliver containers if I need to. And I forgot I had this. So that means the ones that I converted over to space, they also need this RPS controller, which I'll install. We're working our way towards that, so. Yeah. It does take a minute. It takes a minute to load. Now, I don't know if I can stack these too tall. I know I can't with this one. I can with the other one. But I don't know if they'll fit under the bridge. That would be my only concern. It is funny seeing them on the rail car. They seem so big, and then you put them on the rail car, and you realize two of them will fit on there instead of one. It just makes it seem so small. All right. Whew. All right. Can I skip this one? I can't skip this one too. Sorry, I keep skipping all these commercials. I'm surprised. I'll have to find another one of their streams that's not full of commercials. They come out and then they're usually good for a year or so, and then they get real popular. Once they get enough views. But usually if you watch one or two of the commercials, it'll let you listen for an hour or something, let's say, before it plays another one. So I'm just surprised that the way they've changed things a little bit with YouTube. Alright, so this is the last one here for Sawyer South. And then we have 3 more to grab for Sawyer North. So let me slow down here. We'll come right in. The buttons for these is on the other side of the rail cars. This is these ones, and this is those ones. That's just there's a release in there. All right. Up, and then we'll do reverse, just like that. Ready for another one. Right? Not quite. Not quite. That's all right. Well, this is working out a lot better than I imagined it would. This is fantastic. So we'll grab that oil container first, and then we'll grab the other two. I think it just seems... Grab the furthest two first, I guess. Doesn't really matter, whatever. Yeah, you can just barely hear it. If I didn't have the earmuffs on, it'd be real loud to the ride. You can barely hear it. I should see if I have. Let me see if I have Stormworks here. Oh, what am I doing here? Sound mixer. There, we'll do that. There we go. How far through the stream are we now? We're 30 minutes in and we finally got sound. Yeah, you see it's still quiet though. You can still barely hear the, you know, the engine. I guess that was the point I was trying to make. Now you can listen to the wind on top of the music. It's perfect. Whoa. So yeah, we'll see. I'll see which two containers on the far side here are going back. I think it is both containers actually. Right on. Yeah, you can hear it there, just barely. Half of the fuel tank. There's 2 fresh fuel tanks on, like there's plenty of fuel. The trains carry 16,000 liters apiece, plus we have the refinery right there. It's probably got 10,000 liters in it. All right, so of this pack here, 2 of them should be for Sawyer North. Though, if I could find another one here for Sawyer South, I'll definitely take it. And then we could do 4. That would be all right. I'll slow down a little bit here. All right, I'm going to stop here and then get out just to see where I got to get to. So, looks like D-line is Sawyer North. Oops is Sawyer North. All right, and then this oil container here. This oil container is Sawyer North. All right. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay. So D-line, oops, and then the oil container. Cool. All right. Unlock that. I'll have to get a better camera in there. Perfect. All right. Unlock that. All right. Oh. There we go. Nice. Yeah, so if they, hopefully when they add agriculture, it'll be something else I can turn these tractors into. Uses for agriculture, amongst other things. All right, so we have 2 to grab after this, and then we'll finally be ready to go to the other continent. Yeah, so I guess it's the same. I do have another large vehicle, which has a trailer which I can drag to the port. And then I can fill that trailer with up to 8 containers. And then I can drag it to wherever the train is and then load the train. But that would be, like I say, for continent to continent transfers, and it would have to be really worth it because the distance between Sawyer North and Sawyer South, and then in this case, between the Iran and this port here. Thankfully, I can still get containers from this port here. And once I unlock uranium, then I'll start to be able to make more research points. So I think that's where we're going to go next. I'm going to try. I need to get steam power first and then uranium. But to me, that makes the most sense. And then that's going to give us the research points to unlock everything else. seems like we're going heavy in one direction. But at this point in time, unless I want to do the rescue missions, as far as industry goes, the only way to get research points is delivering containers and the repair missions and stuff. We'll do the repair missions too, and transportation. But I can't really do transportation right now per se. I'd like to have a helicopter for that. It just makes transporting people with a helicopter so much easier. In this, with respect to Stormworks, that is, than anything else. So we'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. All right. So I'll probably get some fuel while I'm here. This run. I think it's got just an import, I think. Yeah, just in. All right. Barely see. No vision. I gotta fix that. I should put this camera. I should put a camera here instead of a window. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. And that'll be a camera mounted on there. Yeah, that'll work. All right. Whoops. Let's throw all this back here. Then I can roll forwards watching it on here. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Uh-oh. Cool, so something like that. Then we just have to turn on these. And then tell it to go down. And then release it and tell it to go up. All right. Actually, I'll drive over there as well. Let's see here. Reverse. Speed. The refueling on the trains is right here. So we'll do that. Let's see. Out is. I think it's this side here. Is that out? Yep, that's out. Such a small little sip there. All right. Away we go. 2 more. I love it. It's out. We have all the everything's right there. The refueling, everything. There we go. Good little shot there. 2 more. Let's get 2 more. Cool. And the sun's going to come up. Oh, that's going to be cool. So let me say down and that. And then we turn bin on. Good. So I have a list. Put some more weight on this. And then put some more indicator lights in there so you know which buttons you're pressing. That's going to be helpful. Couple of things, and this will be an all right. It's a good accessory. It has to go on the very end of the train. That's why I built the the other little part that goes in front of it, the cabin with the beds and stuff, the bunks and stuff. Because I thought I wanted to put a caboose on there, but this has to be on the very end, just for loading purposes. It's very heavy, and it's just very heavy. And to get it to fit through the bridges and all that sort of stuff, it needs to be low inside the rail car. If it's too tall, it'll smash into the bridge. So yeah, it just needs those few things. A monitor here instead of there. And then probably like these ones here can be a reverse or something like that, or the mirrors or something. I'll figure it out. And then this will be a decent little setup, you know, to be a decent setup for this. It's nice, you know, when you have ideas and you're not sure, and then like you get to finally play around with them and check them out, and they work. It's so nice to have those things come together. It just makes things more fun, right? I could be running containers, yeah, with trucks. That's fun. This breaks it up. This breaks it up a little bit. And the thing about the trains, they don't move, right? Everything it's anchored into place. It doesn't move around. If you have to go AFK or whatever, you can just sit there. I like it. It's a really good addition to the game where you have a lot of other things going on. All right. Slow down. Oh, slow down a little bit here. Unlock that. I gotta reverse a little bit. So hard. You gotta be really close to it. Yeah, or else it won't grab. I gotta grab it, it won't be precise what we're looking for. Alright. Alright. I'll come back and get that oil container last. Cool. Cool, maybe I can get a good shot here at the train. Whoa! I'm surprised that doesn't smash. I'm happy about that. With the terrain the way it is, that's about as low as it can go. Yeah, there we go. Foggy day. Day 2. 2 days loading these containers. We'll see if I can make the timer's going to be so tight. I might not have time to load. Because in the south, they have to go right to the dock, so I'll have to unload them and run right over to the dock. Watch it tip over. Yeah, it's very narrow, right? So you really have to be careful. I did a really good job. I don't know if you can carry 2. That might be pushing it just a little bit. 1 for sure. And I didn't check to see if I could double stack with this. Like I say, the other one I know I can double stack for sure. And they're still filling up. I like it. I'll check the refinery later on. Good fuel consumption. I'll refill it once it's packed up and back on the train. All right. There we go. That'll be the screenshot there, the thumbnail. Check to see what the lowest timer is. Yeah, and then of course time in the seat, you know, we get a little bit faster, don't have to slow down so much. Go a little bit faster with the speeds. This is the first run through with the train, loading it. You know, how do I operate this vehicle? What should I do? You know, what can it handle? Where should I park? All those things. I don't know any of that stuff. So that's what I'm learning right now. How do I load it? What buttons do I need to press? You know, all the fun stuff. Did that connect? Oh, it didn't. Oh, it's a good thing I spotted that. How's that? That's going to be a bit better. Yeah, there we go. Down, up. There we go. Up, in, up, down. Reverse, 3. Alright, I want to check the timers here real quickly just to see where we're at. If I can get this last container or not. What's that got? Oh yeah, look at that. That's a long time. That's a long time. That's a long time. Still 2 to 3 hours to deliver these. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, let's reverse this. Whew, that was close. Almost crashed. Almost crashed. Cool. Away we go. Haha, I love it. I love it. Nice. So we'll get this last container on here. We'll get it all packed up, ready to go. I'll get this tractor packed up. I'll refuel it. It'll be golden. And that's 3 containers for Sawyer South and 3 containers for Sawyer North. Sawyer North will be easy because I can roll right through and there's a way to turn around. And Sawyer South, there's a way to turn around. It'll just be a bit of a drive, that's all. So I want to expand on this. Like I say, I have an additional vehicle that what we need to do is, my plan is to build port facilities. So I have the crane, right? So that crane is going to be part of the port facilities. And then attached to the crane, I'm going to have connectors that these vehicles can anchor to. And there's going to be 2 or 3 vehicles that are going to be anchored at these bigger ports. So if you're there with the ship or you're there with the train, you have the vehicles to load the train, to load the ship, whatever you need to do. without having to go too far. That's really what the game is missing. I mean, it's barren. There's no cranes there. There's nothing, right? How do we handle the containers? You got to build it all. So I'm almost there with a full set of port equipment. All right. Get this last one here. Yeah. Get this one here. I should be able to sneak in beside it without disturbing the other container too much, hopefully. Alright, we'll slow down here. Slow down here. I'll have to push it. Looks like I'll have to push it here. Oh, I'm so close. So close. Yeah, you gotta be just like, oh, it's gotta be. I wonder if I can see how I'm like, gotta be right flat with it. So let's see here. We're gonna reverse here, and then I can come. I think I can come right forwards right into it here. Just like that. Oh. There we go. Cool. It's nice. It's nice and solid. All right, that's the last container. Nice. There we are, there we are, there we are. The last one. And then I'm actually happy that I was able to separate the load as well between north and south. That's good, it's not all mixed up. Wasn't sure how that was gonna go. So if you allot, two for each, But that's kind of the where I'm hoping I know from a rescue perspective, you get one research point for rescuing a person. And from a rescue perspective, it kind of, you have to do the mission, and this is kind of the mission, deliver the freight. But it is kind of different in the sense that there's a little more involved, I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I think there's just a little more involved. It would be nice to see them maybe bump it up to 2 or something, Because it does take a little more effort, takes a little more energy really to get a decent sort of freight system going. We're definitely doing it here. We are definitely doing it. There's the train over there. Let's see, let's see. That might be a better one there, actually. I'm going to... Ooh, I'm going to stop here just for a minute and check on this. See where it's at. 50,000 in there. 11,000 in there. 16,000 jet fuel. Yeah, 16,000 diesel. There we go. It's almost 100,000 ready to go. Jet fuel. Nice. Yeah, this is the fun part. This is the awesome. Finally, putting all the elements together so they kind of work in a good. They work with each other instead of against each other. This is when we can have fun with the game. So this is gonna do it for this one here, the loading. And then in the next video, I will travel to the island. We'll try and find the way, switching the tracks, and we will unload. And just see what else is available. So for the next couple of episodes, I am gonna be working on the railroad, delivering freight, and keeping things moving. Got to keep things moving. All right, so if we come in here, this would be good because then I can pack this back up again. Let's see. Yeah, then I can do that and just drop it on there. All right. Reverse. Okay. We'll turn the bin back on. I'll turn the reverse off. I'm still going to go slow because now I have to load back onto the tractor. So I'll have to get it on there and then press the button to connect it. And it's nighttime. Unfortunately, I was hoping it was going to be daylight to load. We'll have to turn this off, and you'll need to raise the boom up just to get on top of the back side here. Yeah, camera is it's gonna make this so much easier. All right, so hopefully everything goes smooth. Oh yeah, it loads so much better when you're able to control the clutch and stuff. So then what I need to do is hop out. Oh, it's so much better, yes. Remember last time I was like flopping all over the place and flying all over the place? I'm like, man, this is not gonna work. And now it's all coming together. It's all coming up Millhouse. All right. There we go. And then this should come down and lock. Turn that off. Turn that down. Done deal. And now we can turn the spotlights off. Monitors off. Alright, that'll cool down. What I should do is just go over refueling. So refueling here for this is pretty easy. Just grab a hose. And I'm pretty sure I figured this out. That's a good thing I should go over it. See if it's going here. Oh yeah, slowly, there we go. Not sure if it breathes. I don't know if this one was fully set up with that. This was an older build, right? It's funny when you take older builds and you bring them into the present game, you have to modify them a little bit, do this and that to it. Yeah, that'll explain why I thought it was full. This one was under, and then when it balanced out, I had a lot less fuel than I thought that was in there. Yeah, that makes sense. Because we've got, what, almost 600 in that one. There's another 100 that we could fit in this one. So what, $1,200 of fuel to load and unload? It's insignificant, really, with the amount of money we have on there right now. All right, well, I'm going to call that good. And let's see here. Turn that off. These things are full. I don't know what they got in them. A couple thousand liters or something. Okay. So we have, oh yeah, 89 minutes. 2 hours is or an hour and a half, I guess, is the quickest one to the north. We should make it. Cool, then I'll come back here and get inside and turn off the brakes. Oh, did I turn off the brakes? Let me go check on this side here. Make sure I turn off the brakes. There we go. Saves me from stopping later, right? Alrighty. And away we go. That is going to do it for today's video. Turn the brakes off there. That would probably help. That is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. We are loaded. We are slowly picking up steam. We're heading up a hill, so I don't imagine we'll pick up that much steam that fast. The hill goes a long ways. And then we will travel to the other continent where we will unload the train and carry on from there. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. You guys are awesome. And I will see you all in the next one.